Here at Alternate Reality, we have a first day sale, and in that first day sale, I picked 7 books, and I mark them at 40% off on the day they first come out. That's right, New Comic Day. And those Magnificent 7 are made up of 4 comics and 3 trade paperbacks. Now, that's every week here at the store, so be sure to stop down and save 40% off 7 of the hottest new titles that are going to ship this week.
Now, Comic Book Man and Bo are going to talk DC news just for you.
Let's put a smile on that face.
DC Comic Book News, episode 29, Taffy's Last Half.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for DC Comics News. And joining me in the outhouse for DC Comics News is...
Batman.
Yes, it's Batman.
When will he
Batman.
be here?
And as always, DC Comics News is coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone.
Where's the sign come from?
Including the Cape Crusader. This DC News is a predominantly Batman-heavy media news.
It's all Batman.
Okay, well, sort of, kind of. But yeah, it's almost all Batman news. First story up we got is J. Michael Straczynski is writing an original graphic novel called...
It's called Samaritan X. Samaritan X is the name of a hospital in Gotham City where characters with superpowers go to, and it includes villains and heroes. The original graphic novel will eventually become a regular series, which means he's basically setting himself up to write like 4 books a month at DC. Spread yourself a little thin, JMS.
Well, what else is he doing?
He's going to be doing Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Superman.
Okay.
All his charity
Brave and
work.
Bold.
Okay.
He's doing those Superman
Well,
Earth
you
1 graphic
think
novels.
he's doing Brave and Bold. I got a feeling Brave and Bold's getting tossed off the side of the ship.
But
is he doing anything else in his life besides that? Outside of DC?
Well, they're trying to get him to do a, what was the name of the crappy TV? Babylon 5 series, too. So
That's never going to happen.
Well,
that's never going to happen. That's never
gonna
going to happen. Nobody wants to see Babylon 5.
JR does.
JMS did everything he's ever going to do at Babylon 5.
Uncle Peter wants to see it.
Batman Beyond character Terry McGinnis is coming to the DC Universe.
Oh, I love me some
Yes,
Terry
he
McGinnis.
is. The Batman Beyond character who is not only going to be in the Superman and Batman annual written by Paul Levitz, but Adam Beechin, who does Robin, and Ryan Benjamin are doing a 6-issue limited series involving that character in June.
Make a good movie.
June.
Now, is this going to be set like in the future, or is it contemporary?
He won't say.
Is it today, Batman, or is it
He
Batman
won't
20
say.
years from now?
Well, that's...
Crippled old guy in the
That's
Batcave.
Batman
Well,
Pissed
you
off.
assume he's going to be an old man talking to Terry McGinnis, but when people ask Beechin what it's about, he basically says, I'm not talking.
Jerk.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Red Hood the Lost Days. Red Hood the Lost Days. Continuing with Batman news. What's up with Red Hood the Lost Day? That's a miniseries?
It's a 6-issue. It's a 6-issue
Or story
miniseries. No, it's a miniseries.
Okay.
It's a miniseries. Jed Winnick and Pablo Raimondi. Pablo Raimondi drew X Factor over at Marvel. They're going to be doing a 6-issue miniseries which explains whether Red Hood got to be a villain. Now, because this is happening, and Winnick's also doing the bi-weekly Justice League thing, he's not going to be taking over Batman again, and so Tony Daniel's going to be staying as writer-artist on that book for quite some time.
C-3PO?
Yeah, so see this guy right here? This guy who did this story, which told you who Black Mask was, and since I'm assuming everybody knows, it's Jeremiah Arkham! What are you people dumb? You couldn't figure it out?
Bo! It's Angry Bo!
He will be staying on the book for quite some time.
He's really mad when you don't know stuff.
I am very upset.
That's because he has a full and rich life.
But, now let's finish things up on a sad note.
Oh, wow, why?
Can I?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. DC Comics legend, comic book legend, Dick Giordano passed away this weekend that we're shooting
Dixie
this.
passed away today.
Actually today when we're shooting this. So you go into the future and you watch this, you go, well, that happened a while ago. For us, it's new, and Dick Giordano is best known for doing a bunch of inking work at DC. He also did work at Charlton Comics when he first started, then he moved over to DC in the late 60s from Charlton. He's also known for being the primary inker on all of Neil Adams' Batman and Green Lantern, Green Arrow stuff in the late 60s. And he also had his finger in running the company for a while. I think between Carmine Infantino and Jeanette Kahn, he was the guy who was running the company.
He was editor-in-chief. Now, he died today at the age of 77. Now, I actually met Dick Giordano.
Okay.
When what is now the Wizard World Con was downtown, Dick Giordano was walking around, and everybody sort of knew who he was because his picture was out there. This is when Tim Burton did Batman, and Michael Keaton was going to be playing Batman. Everybody's like, "What the hell, Michael Keaton, that guy?" Yeah. And I and someone walked up, and we go, Dick, Michael Keaton, and he goes, "Oh, he'll be fine." Movie comes out, and lo and behold, Dick Giordano was right. He was very nice. He was very friendly. He hung out in the aisle. He talked to us. Whatever. He was a great guy. He passed away at the age of 77, and I'm a big fan and was always a big fan of his work.
Dick Giordano, you go through the industry and you hear lots of stories about people, what they're really like. I've never heard a bad thing about Dick Giordano from anybody, and I know from talking to a lot of folks that throughout the 80s and into the early 90s, I'm not sure at what point Dick Giordano stopped doing conventions regularly, but he would always look at artist submissions and always sit down with folks who would bring their portfolio to them, and he would always give them constructive criticism about their work. And Dick Giordano is the guy who found a lot of the talent at DC back in the 80s and into the early 90s who are legends today in the comic book industry. Dick Giordano is responsible for getting them into the front door, and he always took time to look at people's portfolios and to give them either constructive criticism or offer them a job.
And he continued to work until last year.
Yeah.
So at the age of 76, he was still inking books.
So our condolences go out to the Giordano family, and thank you, Dick, for all your work in comics over the last 40 or so years. Anyway, that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. Be sure to stop off at the store's website where you can read all the DC news that Bo sends me that I post up. And where's the store's website at? Bo, where's the store's website at?
Sarah knows. Sarah.
God, you think you know this by now. www.myalternatereality.com. Am I your mother or something?
So stop off at the store's website and check out all the DC news that Bo sends me that I post up. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And Bo
saying bye! Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.